Oh, hey, KJ. We just had Coach O'Connell. He said that Irv Smith and Dalvin Tomlinson, it's kind of a week-to-week situation for their injuries. You guys have been pretty healthy so far, but just from an offensive standpoint, how tough was it to see Irv get hurt on that play where you scored the touchdown, and just kind of your thoughts if you have to go without Irv for a period?
Really, obviously, it's unfortunate, but I didn't even know Irv got injured until today. So I didn't even know, like, when it happened on the sideline. Obviously, when I scored and everything, people come off, and I didn't even really know what happened. So I see him today, and that's when I kind of found out about the injury. But he's a warrior. I'm sure he'll bounce back. And God got to step up. To be able to do that.
So Alec, Andrew, and then Dawn.
Hey, KJ. I'm just curious with this run game, what details of the way you have to block in it as a receiver are maybe different than schemes of years past?
Oh man, it's the most detailed. I've been around. Yeah, this is my third year. But even going back to college, we in our receiver room, we take a lot of time out to talk about the run game. We're not just kind of glancing over it. Especially in my position. Adam and JJ, they're usually out wide. Sometimes Adam's in a bunch with me, but especially for me, I'm a big part of the run game. So it's a lot of detail in it. I'm usually working with the tight ends. I'm working with Irv. I'm working with Johnny. Ben, he was out there. So there's a lot of detail to it, and it's really important.
Hey, KJ, I also wanted to ask you about the offensive approach, but this time in the red zone. I think you guys have scored 12 touchdowns in the last 13 trips down there. What stands out just about not just the playbook, but the play calling and how you guys are executing down there in the red zone?
It's a whole group effort. We just got out of a meeting. I think yesterday when we were 5-5 or something like that. Whenever we got down there in the red zone, and we just like the execution. The coaches are putting together a great game plan. We're going out there and executing it. So it's a total thing from coaches and players. So we're able to go down there, execute, get touchdowns, set field goals.
To kind of piggyback on that, KJ, coach was just saying how on that pass, that the long pass that they made to JJ, that maybe a more conservative call could have been made, but they decided to go for it. And even Kirk said he wasn't quite sure if he should have. And Justin made that spectacular catch to kind of keep that drive alive. Do you like the fact that you hear your head coach say there's probably a more conservative play call that could have been done, but we decided to go for it this way, just like you in the corner of the end zone. It's almost Kirk doesn't have to throw you guys open. He just makes the throw. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think it's great, from an offensive standpoint, especially as playmakers out there, receiver, we want our coach to be aggressive. We want to go for it, in those situations. So to have an aggressive head coach like that and a play caller who trusts in us and, obviously a great guy running the show in Kirk, it makes us feel really good. And, when he gives us those opportunities, we try our best to capitalize them. So, those are definitely a great catch by JJ and again, great execution scored on.
So as a player, right, you're like, yes, they went for that. Right.
Of course.
Awesome. Thanks.
We'll go back to Chris.
Oh, hey, KJ, if I can hit you up for two more things. First of all, 3.5 game lead over Green Bay now in the NFC North. Obviously, you guys aren't going to relax, but what's kind of the mindset when you have such a big lead like that? And are you surprised that the season's not even half over and you've got such a big lead in the division?
I don't think we're surprised. Every week you go out and you expect to win. And especially that's, when you are winning, you expect to win. We put in a lot of hard work, a lot of sacrifice. So, we expect to go out there and win. As far as, the division in Green Bay, we're definitely not thinking about Green Bay. We're just thinking about our next opponent and, the wins, they'll just keep stacking. But, I don't think we're looking too far ahead. We just look on, whatever game we have that week and, the results and the records and, the playoff, all that stuff will worry about itself. I think we just kind of, as a team, kind of just being where our feet are and, focus on our opponent the next week.
And just as a follow, I wonder if you could talk a little bit about Johnny Munt as a tight end, both his blocking and then him scoring his first career touchdown yesterday.
Right. Johnny had done a great job. Obviously coming over from LA, so he knew the offense. So, when he came in, he was a big help to us. And again, like I said, I'm working side to side with him in the run game a lot. So, even in the pass game, we were trying to learn stuff. He was reminding us, telling us things in the huddle that really helped us out. We were able to talk to him. We have great communication with him. We're talking. I'm lined up next to him, especially in the run game. When we have to work together. He's made some great plays. He was rewarded yesterday in his first career touchdown. Obviously that's huge. An undrafted guy, that's coming in and doing great things for us. So I'm super happy to see it, and I can't wait for him to keep making plays.
Hey KJ, a little bit of a lighthearted question to start, but were you trying to bounce the ball directly to Victor in the bear costume after that score, and then more on after that, what is it from going against this defense so much in practice that you think makes them able to get the stop when they need to get the stop?
First question, no, I wasn't trying to hit the mascot. My first thought was to throw it in the stands, but I wanted to keep my money. I don't get paid as much as that one, so there was no big enough wall right there, so I kind of just tried to get it something kind of not a spike, but still a throw. The second question, I feel like we've talked about it time and time again, just our whole team. We know when the big situations are. We know when we need something, we can make it happen. Whether that's offense or defense, we need defense to make it stand. If offense, we got to score a touchdown. The defense, they're so fun to watch. Even on the sideline, how much fun they're having. They're playing together. They're communicating. They're causing turnovers and sacks. They're playing really, good complementary football. So, them just feeding off each other and, playing fast and doing all the things that we talk about, in our building. We trust in them. They have our back, so we have theirs. So, they'll go out there and execute and get stops and things like that. It's super fun to watch. And, again, it's expected.
Any other questions for KJ? All right, thanks everyone. We'll have Harrison Phillips up right now.